Alright, this might be one of the most unusual and surprisingly advanced motorhomes ever made. And the crazy part? Even today, decades later, it still feels ahead of a lot of modern RVs. People used to call this the Star Trek motorhome, and honestly, once you see the design, you'll know exactly why. It looks like something straight out of a futuristic movie. Today, we're diving into a legend, the GMC Motorhome. And the exact model we're looking at is the Eleganza 2, one of the last versions built before production stopped in 1978 when GMC shifted its focus toward expanding their truck lineup. Now, from the outside, most GMC motorhomes from that era look almost identical. Sure, each trim has tiny changes here and there, but the real differences show up once you step inside. And trust me, you'll see why this one stood out back in the day, and why enthusiasts still talk about it today. First impressions? This thing has a look that doesn't match its time at all. While most RVs in the 70s and 80s were big, box-shaped, and honestly a bit boring, the GMC came in with sleek curves, a rounded windshield, and a body that actually cared about aerodynamics. That's why even after so many years, it somehow still looks modern, unlike the majority of its competitors back then. Underneath that iconic design, the motorhome sits on a specially developed chassis based on the front-wheel drive Oldsmobile Toronado platform. For power, you'd either get the massive 455 cubic inch, 7.5L V8 or, like in this Eleganza 2, the 403 cubic inch, 6.6L engine. That engine was extremely common in Oldsmobiles and Chevrolets during the 80s and 90s and became popular because it delivered solid torque even at low RPMs, combined with the low center of gravity of this chassis. The GMC handled far better than the typical top-heavy RVs of its era. The motorhome came in two lengths, 23 feet and 26 feet. Both had their own advantages, but either way, the design was years ahead of its time. One standout exterior feature was the full-body zipped awning. All aluminum, incredibly durable, and honestly something even modern RVs struggle to match. And just look at the windows, 7 or 8 big, bright windows along the sides. They flood the interior with natural light and cross breeze, making the RV feel bigger and reducing the need for artificial lighting and ventilation. Even when they're closed, you still get amazing views of your surroundings. Up on the roof sits the air conditioning unit, ready to cool down the entire interior. At the rear, GMC included a 62-pound propane tank, and right above that sits your water tank. The huge rear window is another special touch, perfect for stargazing at night or waking up to sunrise in the morning. The taillights are also positioned high so other drivers can easily see them, adding an extra layer of road safety. There's also a hitch receiver at the back just in case you need to tow something small. And of course, that classic aluminum ladder gives you full access to the roof. Moving over to the driver's side, you'll notice another awning, a sunbrella window awning that hooks on when needed. Below that is the engine compartment, which uses its own separate key. Inside that compartment, you'll find connections for city water and the 50-amp shore power line. Toward the rear on the same side, there's a large storage bay containing the 6,000-watt Onan generator and a bank of batteries. A great detail here, the generator sits on a slide-out tray, making repairs and replacements way easier, a small feature but extremely thoughtful. The freshwater tank, which holds up to 40 gallons, is also located on this side. Then you have the gray tank at the back, also 40 gallons, and a 30-gallon black tank mounted below the floor directly connected to the toilet. And right beneath the driver's door is the fuel tank compartment, holding around 25 to 30 gallons. Heading back toward the front, the massive windshield catches your eye, split into two sections, but still giving an incredibly wide view. Below that are two small front access panels that let you check engine components without lifting the whole hood. And now, it's finally time to step inside through the entry door. The entry door looks like a classic RV door, aluminum handle, sturdy frame, but what's surprising is that it actually has an entry step, something not common at all in RVs of that era. The door is 28 inches wide, so getting inside is comfortable. It also has a connected screen door, and if you want, you can separate it from the main door too. Once inside, you immediately notice the original shag carpet flooring. Whether you like it or not, it definitely gives the RV that authentic vintage charm. Back then, you could also choose the Palm Beach or Kingsley Decor packages if shag carpeting wasn't your thing. GMC also offered multiple interior layouts: sofa with dinette, sofa with sofa, dinette with barrel chairs, or sofa with barrel chairs. So buyers really had options. Right by the entry, you'll find all your control monitors, fresh water, propane, electrical readings, along with the main switch to start or stop the Onan generator. You also get 4 separate light switches for different sections of the RV. Plus, there's even a central vacuum port built right into the wall for easy cleaning. In the living space, overhead storage cabinets line the walls, providing a surprising amount of storage. The large sliding windows include bug mesh, blinds, and a regular screen. The dinette table is made from real wood and has folding extensions that reveal 4 cup holders, a small touch that's incredibly practical. You can remove the table and collapse both sofas to create another bed. There's storage under the sofas too, which was a huge advantage at that time. On the sofa side, more overhead cabinets give you even more room for your stuff. One clever detail: the sofa has seatbelt hooks on the ceiling. You could attach the seatbelts to these hooks to turn the sofa into bunk beds. For big families, this was an absolute game changer. The kitchen area includes a double sink setup with filtered water, a faucet, a 3-burner stove, and a gas oven. Storage cabinets in the kitchen are solid and built to last. Above the cooktop, the ventilation hood includes a light and a fan that helps pull smoke and steam out of the RV while cooking. The fridge runs on AC/DC power instead of propane, which was incredibly futuristic for the 70s since most RVs ran propane refrigerators back then. Walking toward the rear, you pass big storage drawers perfect for bulk items like bags or equipment. The lower drawers give you access to the battery chargers and the air suspension system, so maintenance is easy and doesn't require crawling under the RV. Across from this area is the wardrobe, perfectly placed right near the bathroom. The bathroom is a wet bath, not huge, but GMC used the space incredibly well. Inside, there's a toilet, storage for toilet paper, a sink with 2 faucets, a medicine cabinet-style mirror with storage behind it, and good lighting. A ceiling fan helps with ventilation. At the very back, you reach the rear lounge area, 2 large sofas, lots of windows, plenty of fresh air, and more storage above. And yes, just like the front, the sofas convert into a double bed, making this your secondary bedroom area if you want. Up in the cab, the seats are wide and comfortable. The driver and passenger chairs both swivel and each has 2 armrests. The panoramic windshield gives a crystal clear view of the road and scenery. A small sliding window on the driver's side makes it easy to pay tolls or talk to someone outside. The cab also has built-in speakers, a rear-view mirror, a leveling control that raises or lowers the RV about 6 inches, cruise control, a temperature control slider, air pressure indicators, and a simple wiper switch. Looks normal now, but remembering this was built in 1978, it's unbelievably advanced. So, what do you think of the GMC Motorhome? For something built almost 50 years ago, the engineering and creativity are unbelievable. If you want to see something futuristic from our time, you'll definitely want to stick around. I'll see you in the next video with another incredible motorhome.